Hey everybody, it's Mia. Just coming to you with an update. It is August 28th, 2011. I am currently a year and a half post-op from gastric bypass surgery. I had my surgery on March 11th, 2010. So you can do the math there. I think I'm a couple weeks shy of exactly a year and a half. So currently I am at 181.4, which is, I think, about a 3-pound loss from the last time I updated back in May. My weight loss has really slowed down. Those of you that have watched my videos know, like, over the past 6 months, my weight loss has been really slow, which has really been, like, nobody's fault except my own. I think I did have a little bit of a stall. But I also really was happy with where I was. And I think I talked about this a little bit during my last video where I have like 20 pounds left to lose, but I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with my body, other than my stomach really, which I think a lot of my stomach will require some sort of like, revision surgery, not revision, bleh, cosmetic surgery. So that's been my struggle. I know I still need to lose about 20 pounds, but for a while I was just happy where I was and ecstatic to not weigh 261 pounds anymore. So I have been slowly but surely back on track. I have been on track and been on it for the last couple of months. And I feel really good. I'm slowly but surely losing, which is fine. I think, like we all know, sometimes losing the first 75, 80 pounds is the easiest, and it's like the last 30 or 40 that like give you the hardest time. So for me, it seems like my last 20 or so, through like my own struggles, but then also just through my body, I think, kind of rebelling a little bit. It's been a little slow, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. So I am back working out in a gym. For those of you that are on my Facebook page, you would know that I moved from Florida to Pennsylvania in April. When I moved here, I belonged to Bally's, which was where I belonged in Miami. The Bally's here is awful, like really tiny. Like they only offer a few spinning classes a week, no other group exercise class. So I was really unhappy with it. So I canceled my membership and joined LA Fitness. LA Fitness finally opened 2 weeks ago in August, like the first week in August. Or the second week in August. So I finally have a gym again. So I'm back hitting the gym hard, doing a lot of spinning classes. Let's see, last week I did spinning twice. I did boot camp. I did what do you call those? I forget the name of the class, but it's like basically different free weights in the class. So we did that, and then I also worked out with my husband one day. We went together and killed ourselves, basically, like just really pushed each other really hard and couldn't walk the next day. And then I did 1 day of running. So I was there 6 out of 7 days of the week, so I felt really good. I'm really glad to be back in a real legit gym, brand new. They have awesome equipment, probably some of the best equipment I've seen, so it's really nice. So my fitness is finally, I've stayed active the whole time I wasn't in the gym, but I was just doing like random things. Like I was doing Tai Bo, I was doing Insanity, which I liked Insanity. I was really, really happy to see I could totally keep up with that workout. The only thing is I stopped doing it because I felt like I was going to hurt myself. Like you're just like throwing yourself around, and I kind of limited myself on that one because I felt like I was going to like blow my knee out or something, but so I did a lot of random things to keep me active, and I was happy when I went to my first spinning class that I was not by far the slowest or the one that was struggling in the class. I think I was actually one of the ones that kept up the most out of anybody in the class. So it was cool, and I can't say like, oh, I was happy to see people get up and leave and not be able to make it through class, but it was cool that I wasn't one of those people. Whereas in the past I might have been. And this time I felt like I was kind of like in the front of the pack. So that was really cool. So other than that, things are going well with me. My journey for weight loss is starting to take a little bit of a turn. My husband and I are now trying to have a baby. It will be our first baby together. So prior to having gastric bypass, I had PCOS. I never had my period, maybe once or twice a year. and that was it. My insulin resistance level was through the roof, like to the point that the infertility doctor, who was an older gentleman who was like in semi-retirement, said I was one of the worst cases he had ever seen as far as my insulin resistance levels. So that tells you something. So there's no way I was ovulating back then. So now with losing the weight, I now have regular periods once a month, like on the dot. And I just went through a whole bunch of testing with the infertility doctor, and everything came back normal. The only thing is I do ovulate, but it's basically from, like, in layman's terms, they said it's not really a, like, strong ovulation, I guess. Like, the egg isn't, like, big enough to be able to support a pregnancy. So the doctor gave me Clomid to resolve that issue. So I'm starting that tomorrow. I take it for 5 days, and then cross our fingers from there that I get pregnant in the next, few months or so. We'll see. One thing I'm kind of nervous about is I know, like, as a gastric bypass patient, we don't absorb medication or food or anything like a normal person. So I'm kind of nervous to see what'll happen as far as my absorption of the Clomid. So I had to go for an ultrasound in 2 weeks for them to take a look at the follicles and see if my eggs are, like, I guess, large enough that they think they'll be okay to sustain a pregnancy. So I'm interested to see. I have this feeling that if they're not, the culprit could be the absorption. So if anybody watches my videos and they have taken Clomid after gastric bypass, I'd be really interested in hearing from you. Please send me a message. I mean, I've been Googling it and looking online, but I haven't really found much as far as post-op gastric bypass and using Clomid. So my, I guess, fear is that if it doesn't work like it's supposed to, we may have to go to an injectable, which kind of makes me nervous because that increases your likelihood of multiples, which really twins are okay with me. I would really prefer it because I really only want to be pregnant once. I wouldn't mind that at all, but any more than two, I might. My husband, I should say, might have a heart attack. So if I mention twins right now, he's like, oh my God, don't say it, don't bring that up. So it's funny. But anyways, so I'm hoping in the next couple months my journey might take a different direction, and maybe I'll be making videos about what it's like to be pregnant after a gastric bypass, which I know there's one other person out here, and I'm sorry, her name is totally escaping me. Is it Faith, maybe? That just had a baby post bypass, and she's really one of the only people that really, like, documented, week by week what her experience was with her pregnancy, which I know a lot of us that had bypass did it, not even bypass, but anyway, less surgery. A lot of the women I know that have done it for that specific reason. They want to be able to have a baby because most of us do have PCOS. So I'm hoping maybe I can make videos throughout my pregnancy to help in that respect. So that's what's going on with me. Things are really busy as always, and now there's this new thing going on, so I'm hoping that things go well. Anyway, that's about it. Hope you're all having a great Sunday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.